process of taking what's in your head and getting it down in words and sentences and paragraphs, that makes you a better writer. And the more you do it, better you become. So that's my really my advice for anybody who's wanting to be a writer. You have to write. I meet a lot of people that say, "Oh, I always wanted to write a book, and I've got an idea for a book, and but I never have time to write, and I'm afraid to write." And if you want to write a book, then write a book. It may be awful, and your next book will be better, but you don't get to that state of being better until you get through all the junk and the garbage. It's just like being an athlete. You don't instantly walk out on the basketball court after reading about it online and watching videos of other people playing it, and then you go out and you're just wonderful at it. You get out there and you're going to drop the ball, you're going to miss the hoop, you're going to be really bad. But the more you practice, the better you get. And it's the same with writing. You have to practice. You have to work at it. It's just like with basketball. It's hard work, and you sweat and you're sore the next day. It's kind of the same thing with writing. It's sometimes it's really painful, but you do get better. And then when you read something that you've done and you go, oh, that's not half bad. I can actually put words together. So there's a lot of reward to it. Oh boy, um, 30 years worth of stuff. um, you don't know what you don't know, until 20 years later when you know it. So if I look back, and there's really nothing I would change about my career. I feel like every job I had, every editor, every assignment, you know, was a stepping stone building towards what I am now. Um, I think probably maybe the most critical thing is just having the self confidence in knowing that you can do it. Trying not to be best selling author with your first book. Try not to let that be like, oh, I hope I'm on the New York Times bestseller list. Just hope that one person reads it and is touched in some way by what you wrote. You don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to be better than everybody else. You just have to reach somebody with your words. It's trusting your editors, I think, maybe is the thing, because we all have editors. We all have somebody, regardless, even if you decide to write a novel and self-publish it, you still need editors. You still need that feedback. Sometimes when you're first starting out, you get your feelings hurt when somebody looks at it and goes, oh, this is good, but this part could be better. I had read an article, this was probably, I don't know, 20 years ago, and it was another freelancer, and she started off her article, how to be a freelancer. And she said the most important thing you need is skin as thick as whale blubber. And that has stuck with me for all of my career, because you will always have critics. Not everybody is going to love everything you write. And that's okay. Being able to know that going into it and accept it and say, you know what, it's okay if you hate my book. It's okay if you just think it's mediocre. If I love it, and if one other person reads it and says, wow, I couldn't put that down, that's all you need. When you're first writing, you want everybody to love it, and you want everything you write to be perfect. And when you get to the point where you realize that that's never going to happen, it's very freeing. Gives you a lot of freedom and a lot less, you're a lot more confidence to just keep going at it, see what you can do.